2012, and quite frankly it's been going on since not last year but year before last. Who here, since you haven't seen some of the videos, who here has been feeling, one who's been getting dizzy? Guess what, all of you? No, I'm sure are clairsentients. In other words, you're so empathic that you're emotionals, what I call emotionals. In other words, you're picking up, you're like a sponge, you pick up other people, and you're very receptive to other people's emotions. Would I say that's correct? All right? So that's why you are getting dizzy, because every time that there's, you know that during an earthquake, that animals know well ahead of there's going to be an earthquake, because they're picking up the waves and the energy before that it comes down and hits the actual earth and does physical. So what you're doing is, and why it's been, a lot of people have been reporting vertigo. Quite frankly, it's nothing to do with vertigo. It's really to do with the clairsentience, and that every time you get dizzy, and I was not dizzy but dizzy, that you're going through, you're feeling a wave of energy shift. Because what's going on with the 2012 shift, or whatever you want to call it, is really three different dimensions are being weaved into our current dimension. So what I am as a reader, have you all had a reading with me? Not really. Oh, okay, well, yeah, they have. But it's totally different. And why being a claircognitive, that means I'm everything. Clairsentient, clairvoyant, clairaudio, medium, and psychic, plus I get even taste. So all of these things are coming in. That's why my readings are so, fortunately or unfortunately, as you two will see, accurate. And that is scary. People don't understand why I'm so accurate, because these things are being weaved in as energy, and that's why basically they can't, it's like a light switch, and it's all to do with energy. Energy is shifting into a higher, dense field of an area. Okay, I don't want to get into the book on how it, but basically, I'm trying to think of something put this out.
Could you get into it a little bit more?
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to an ear, nose, and throat doctor right now.
Oh, really?
Dizziness.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. But, you know, I don't mind if you don't mind, because this is
I mean,
teaching.
is that okay?
Yeah.
This is
Especially
kind
for
of
you.
interesting.
I think the twins are going through it. Plus, you've got 3 children who are going through this. One's okay. In other words, 3 are going through shifts like this too. The dizziness, okay, because they're so sensitive, okay, and that's why they feel they have no control, and that's one of the reasons why 3 of them can really act up, right? Right? You can't lie to me, by the way. I know it sounds freaky, but I can see everything. Basically, all right, for the shift, when you go dizzy, and you know you're more logical. Now, everybody's not. If you're all clairsentient, that means you know you're in trouble, because you're going to be feeling everything and everyone. And I think that's more your side, but not everybody is everything. You're usually what I call it. There's emotionals and there's logics. Okay, and Genevieve, you are a bit of a logic, and that's why you come. Sometimes you find you're fighting yourself because you're a logic as well as a clairsentient. Emotional. So the emotionals are really going through this shift where are you finding it? You're crying even at ads on the TV. The emotionals. No? Any of you? Okay. In other words, you're being very sensitive. Are you crying, or you're getting very emotionally tied to something which shouldn't be? You don't know why. You're getting upset very easily, and you kind of snap at a finger. You don't understand. Irritated. Now the logic's more side, and you're a bit more logic. You and Genevieve are more logic. That sometimes not because you're into this kind of thing, so you're open to it. But you'll see that people around you defining logics are I'm not fiance, quite frankly. He's very not he, but a lot of the logics, and logics are mostly men. But you'll be surprised that's changing to a lot of women too. But the logics will be you finding that they're actually trying to pick an argument when there's no argument at all, right? Are you finding people? And I think I hate to say your husband a bit, but they're getting irritated. They get confrontational for no reason at all. And even though you as an emotional, you'll say, oh yeah, well, I agree, but you don't really care. You just want to get out of the argument, quite frankly, because you have no time for it. But they want to push it and push it and push it until they win. So are you finding that, Peter?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Head on them.
Yeah, well, get not, they're going to increase even more. And
Oh,
it's gonna-
no.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna-
I gotta go to work, I
Well,
can't be up all night. with
Why
her.
do you think I'm giving you these?
That's
these
why
are
you're here
the
today.
exercises.
Our other sister was supposed to be here,
Oh, really?
but something
No.
happened
No, no.
and she's here.
Everything happens for a reason, and this is why I'm not kidding. I've been teaching since 2007, I think, or 6, that people are literally, classes choose you, you don't choose classes. So people who are meant to be here aren't here, and the people who are meant to aren't here. And literally, people haven't even heard of me half an hour before, or an hour before, and they've been dragged and put into the class. And I know, really two of you really didn't not want to be here. You were kind of drawn here, whether you like it or not. And now you know why. And they go away and understand, God, now I know why I was there. Spirit can do some really funky things, and they've done it today, mostly, or not today, this morning. So they've rearranged all the classes. I don't know why, or what was intentioned for. So basically, the emotional signs are very, I'm going to go, it's long information, that's why I'm doing the book, and that's why I'm really here this week to finish it. So basically, you're going to get very irritated on the emotionals level. You're going to not, and it's as if you see things ahead. You're seeing things, it's not exactly precognition, but you're seeing things evolve, but that's why you can't be bothered to do all the paperwork or do the things, the process, which the logics want you to do. The lots, go and do it yourself, in other words. Do you find that? Your husband wants to go through the step 1, 2, 3, and you're like, why? You just do this, but they don't understand it. Logics have to, why they're going to get more argumentative and more confrontational is because you're going to see that they have, logics can't accept and will not accept that this is a dimensional shift. And that if they don't see it written and authorized by Einstein or a scientist, they're not going to believe it.